Hi, I'm Alex from the Southern Ukulele Store, and this week we're going to look at Rebel Ukuleles. We've featured them before, going back about 6 or 7 years now. I first saw them at the NAMM show. They had a table attached to the Koaloa stand. They have links to Koaloa in terms of the origin of the company. And they had these crazy, random, exciting one-off pieces. And that's what I felt they were about. And then what happened was, we got back from the NAMM show, and about however many years ago it was now, we inquired about what they had available, and they sent us what looked like a menu for a bad sandwich shop. It was like, yeah, we've got double cheese, we've got cheesecake, we've got creme brulee. It's like, I don't have a clue what any of these things are, but we took a chance, and I'm so glad we did, because even all these years later, there's something about Rebel that stands out from everything else. I know that's kind of linked into the word rebel, but with Rebel, there's tradition that's just always wrapped up in something a bit quirky. So we're going to look at the 4 mainline models I mentioned previously: creme brulee, double cream, cheesecake, double cheese. I'm going to do sound samples of all the ones I have. We are going to look first at my favourite series. If you wanted to know what I like of the 4, my favourite is the Creme Brulee series. This is the soprano. The Creme Brulee series comes in soprano, concert and tenor. What is the Creme Brulee series? Well, it's solid mango, so they always use really lovely figured mango. I'm going to move one of the lights, making things look nicer. Really solid mango with a slimline body. So the body here is about 2/3 of the thickness of a normal ukulele. They always use lovely pieces of mango. There's never any that are completely boring. They always have some kind of sport or some kind of straight or some kind of wavy effect to them. The butt on this particular one is lovely as well. You have an ebony fingerboard and bridge, and there's always a tiny bit of detail in the inlays as you look up. The neck is always nice and figured as well, with Goto planetary tuners, an ebony faceplate with the Rebel detail in it. The thing that everyone talks about with Rebel is the gig bag. The gig bag that these ukuleles come with is crazy, absolutely crazy. This is the gig bag that the Rebel ukuleles come with. Completely unique, there's nothing out there like it. They're the company that saw the strangest thing in the catalogue and went, yeah, that's what we want for our brand. I love that about them. So it's blue. I've made jokes before about it having this kind of Saved by the Bell diner look to it. Other people said it looks like a giant pencil case. I would love to see my son going to school on the first day of school today with this as a pencil case. So, yeah, these gig bags come with all of these ukuleles. Something we're going to look at the end today is a bit different. Comes with a special gig bag, a fluffy gig bag, but we'll get into that later. Either way, we're going to look at the Creme Brulee series now and give them a play and see what you think. Creme Brulee. If the creme brulee didn't fill you up, now we're going to look at the double cream option. The double creme option, double cream, I would say double cream, but actually, no, it's double creme, double creme. This is the Rebel double creme. This is the concert size we're looking at for this part of the video. Once again, you've got mango on the top, back and sides. Lovely pieces of mango. This one's got a less sporty butt. Not the first time I'll say that, I'm sure. With an ebony fingerboard and bridge. With these prism inlays you can see on the close-up. Once again, it's the ebony faceplate with the Rebel bird logo there inlaid in with Goto planetary tuners, gold with white buttons. And yeah, the difference between the creme brulee and the double creme is the thickness. This ukulele is thicker. This is a more conventional depth ukulele. You would expect that to translate to more bass. I think actually it's more in how it feels when it's against your body. The slimmer one tends to be more responsive to your body as like a dampener or a speaker when you pull away. This one is kind of more open all the time. So if you're wondering about the difference between them and can't pick that up on the video, that's my basic explanation for what I hear when I play them back to back. We're going to give the double creme series a play for you now and see what you think. If you're watching this video for the ukuleles in the thumbnail, those really weird looking ukuleles with the fluffy gig bags, if you skip ahead in the chapters you'll find it, but I want to give the Rebel series a complete overview, and that does take some time. I'm going to talk about the normal ukuleles first, but those special edition Neri models will be available to see at the end of this video. Double cream series. Next up, we're going to look at the Cheesecake series. The Cheesecake series is the louder, more modern sounding ukulele in the series. You have a solid spruce top. There's no frills here, no binding, no rosette, just a solid spruce top with mahogany back and sides. A much more simple ukulele to look at, a much more kind of guitar-like uke to look at, but with a very ukulele feel to it. How does a ukulele feel? Well, very lightweight. These ukuleles, you pick up the gig bag and you have to feel the gig bag to check that they're in there. There's probably only a few grams difference between the mango ukes in this series and the spruce and mahoganies, but these are the lightest of the ukes. Probably the lightest ukulele that we sell under £1,000. Just something about it feels petite in your hand. So this is the slimline version, the Cheesecake. You have a mahogany style neck. I think it's Morado or Merino. It's a mahogany substitute for the neck on these ukuleles. Going up there to Goto planetary tuners with amber buttons on this model. You still got that Rebel bird logo there though. I haven't talked much about the playability of these ukuleles and how they feel in your hands yet. This is uniform across the range. What they do on the concert and tenors, it's more noticeable. They recess the fret edges of these ukuleles into the fingerboard. So you might have a 37mm nut width on the tenor, but the string spacing is going to be about 27mm. So what you have is a wide nut with a standard string spacing, which feels like nothing other than a Koaloa or a Rebel. There's nothing else out there that feels like that. It's completely unique. I would be open-minded about this because there's so many people out there that think what they want is a wide nut, and actually what they want is their hand to go into the right part of the fingerboard when they play. The neck depth on Rebels is very, very shallow, perfect for people out there that want that room on the neck to actually do wide spacing. That's what makes these comfortable. It's very, very round, very thin neck with a wide nut but a normal string spacing, and that's the same for the whole Rebel catalogue. It's just something about it they picked up from Koaloa. It works, it's great. Don't question it too much. If you get an opportunity to try one, give them a try. We're going to give the Cheesecake series a play for you now and see what you think. The last of the conventional Rebel series ukuleles is this, the double cheese. If you like the cheesecake but you want more, you've got the double cheese. The double cheese is the same spec as the cheesecake but with a thicker conventional ukulele body, illustrated here with the concert. You've got traditional sizes, soprano, concert and tenor. They have no thrills for the top, so we talked about it already. The solid spruce top, solid mahogany back and sides. Very, very simple, just simple and effective. A lightweight ukulele with an ebony fingerboard and bridge. The tenors have a 37mm nut width. It's worth looking in the individual spec for the sizes. I don't want to say the wrong thing in the video, but I think that the sopranos have a 35, concerts have a 36, and tenors have a 37mm nut width. I'm probably wrong. It's quite unique. Where the string spacing is slightly recessed on these ukuleles, it feels comfortable just talking about them as having a 37mm nut width, but actually they feel very unique. You've got that thin neck there, neck depth on it. I believe it's Morado neck. It's the fast growing mahogany neck. You've got the gold tuners with the white buttons. Woof, what a ukulele. Let's give the double cheese series a play and see what you think. So we're going to close out the video today by having a look at 3 very special one-off pieces by Rebel. Every year, Rebel launch something in the Q series, which is a limited run series. This is the kind of thing that attracted us to the brand in the first place, these one-off pieces. They're a quirky brand. They don't pretend to be anything other than unique. I like that about them. It's in their name. And the series this year is the Neri series or Neri series. I'm not sure how they want to pronounce it. There's not much information out there for us. But the idea of these series is to push things forward. They call it like a new frontier in sound. They've done plenty of these over the years that we've had. The Particle was a really popular one, which split ukuleles, ukulele wood combinations in. Everyone had a different wood combination. They've done the Quark, which had offset sound holes designed to push the sound in a particular direction. They've done a baritone at one point. They've done a Comet model. They've done all sorts. And this year it's the Neris. And we were lucky enough that I was placing an order at just the right time that these became available. So I was able to pick my 3 favorites for us here at Southern Ukulele Store. This is the first one we're going to look at. This Neri is made of spruce and mahogany. A traditional looking ukulele, it is not. Traditional woods maybe, but the sound holes on this ukulele are very, very unique. 3 at the side here, and then you have 1 at the bottom, which is more of a conventional sound hole cut into the side here, and then a further one here. The sound of this ukulele, I was a bit skeptical. I played it before I hit play on the camera so I could kind of get an opinion on it. I was thinking, all right, okay, this is different to all of the other Rebels out there, but not bad, just different. Very clean sounding ukulele. This would record very, very well. I bet if you put a pickup in this ukulele as well, you've got like the ultimate stage concert ukulele. That's something I should say. All 3 of the ukes we're going to look at here are concert size ukuleles. If you're a tenor or a baritone fan, you can turn away now. But actually, it's nice to have something special to show off concert players. You've got the ebony fingerboard and bridge. I looked up the wood spec. I said Morado earlier on. The necks are Marango. And this piece is really figured, going up to an ebony backplate, and the Rebel logo is on the backplate of this ukulele amidst the Goto planetary tuners. You've got a nice detail here on the front instead. Back binding on this ukulele and partial front binding where you don't have the sound hole. So that's the first one we're going to look at. We're going to play the sound samples in sequence at the end. The second one we're going to look at, this is the Mango Neri. This was my favourite visually to look at. A stunning piece of mango for the body with a half a clip sound hole so that the sun is coming out on this ukulele. You still have this bottom sound hole here, and then the 3 paired sound holes of the Neri series are on the side on this ukulele. A gorgeous piece of mango for the back as well. Really lovely uke with front and back binding. Ebony fingerboard and bridge, Morango neck, and then it's the same here with the headstock. A bit of detail, but the Rebel logo is on the back amidst those planetary tuners. This one, for me, is an absolute statement piece. You'll note the shape of the body of these ukuleles as well. It's a Ditson shape, so it's like a baby dreadnought shape too. And then the final one is the Acacia one, which I felt was the most conventional to look at of the 3. If you didn't want anything that was too fancy, but you do still have here a kind of split sound hole, the underside sound hole here, and the 3 on the top. Really lovely piece of acacia. This actually videos nicer than it looked in photos. Back as well as acacia, stunning. For those that wanted a Rebel that had a Koa kind of Hawaiian sound to it, this is the one. Ebony fingerboard and bridge again, and then you've got the same details for the headstocks here. The Rebel on the back with the Goto tuners. I love how even the side of the neck, the side of the headstocks are figured on these ukuleles. They've really kind of thrown everything at them. So we're going to play spruce, then mango, then acacia. But before we go, let's talk about the gig bag. Now the gig bag from Rebel is unique, but these come with a fluffy version of Rebel's gig bag. So I showed this on social media yesterday, hoping I'd get some inspiration. I was not disappointed. My favourite one was somebody saying, "This is practical. Imagine not going to the gig because you've got to stay at home and shampoo your gig bag." I mean, I think it's amazing. If you're going to have a one-off ukulele, why not have one that you can use as a pillow? I think it's just brilliant. Even the handle's fluffy, folks. It's just the best. So we've got the Neri series. We're going to play all 3 of those for you now in sequence and see what you think. It just occurred to me when I was talking just now about this ukulele, I probably mentioned this sound hole as being facing down. I was thinking about from the perspective of when I played it. Of course, for you right-handers out there, the sound will be shooting up from this sound hole, and then you have the 3 sound holes at the bottom. I probably said it in reverse. I'm filming this at like 6:45 in the morning. I probably said that about all of them as well. So if I said it about the other 3, please ignore that. This is the way it's going to be when you play it. For reference though, I am miking this sound sample from below, so you folks get the sound that the ukulele will give you as a right-handed player. Neri Mango. Neri Acacia. Well, there you have it, folks. We haven't looked at Rebel for such a long time, and it's so good to have a massive supply of them in stock at once here at Southern Ukulele Store. I do try and get Rebel more regularly, but we have to work with the cycles of production. We have to work with what else is coming in and going. But twice a year, I try and get a big supply of them when I can. And when that happens, there's always people that have been waiting a really long time for them. If you've been waiting a long time for a Rebel to come back to the UK, I'm so delighted that I could make this video for you. All the links are in the description. If you have any questions, please do click through the links in the description. You might well find measurements like nut widths and string spacings and what kinds of strings. But if there's something we can help you with further, by all means get in touch. You can call 01202 430 820 in the UK or email us on alex@ukulele.co.uk. I'm going to be back very soon. Just to give you an update, I was supposed to be featuring Koaloa in a video and having a big supply of Koaloa on the website probably about 4 weeks ago now, but they've been stuck in customs all of that time. So we've got lots and lots of Hawaiian ukuleles on the way from Kanalea and Koaloa. I just currently have about 16 Hawaiian ukuleles stuck in UK customs that I can't release and get on the website. So at the time of filming, this is the smallest amount of Hawaiian ukuleles we've ever had at one time. And that's why I'm so glad something like Rebel can come in and give us something exciting to talk about. I'll be back very soon. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I'll see you again.